off or not, because now I have to keep Mickey Callaway here for next year.
You got to look at the bigger picture.
Don't make the postseason, so it's just not looking good. But man, it's going to be an interesting last month and a half.
That's dude. I know how it feels to be because I'm an Islander fan, so I know the torment.
Well,
but hey,
Islanders,
I
was gonna say,
yeah.
you got grass right now.
We got grass. It's not grass, but it's gonna, there's going to be an
We have
arena there
land.
in 2 years. But right now we just have grass and dirt.
Belmont.
We'll take it. It's better than Brooklyn. Coliseum, everyone loves it.
How many years did they sign for this bad boy?
Probably 2 years.
2 years.
Yeah.
And are they still doing a little bit of Coliseum, a little bit of
back and forth?
Oh,
yeah, the Coliseum. Everyone's like, "Oh, why can't we just stay there?" It's not a professional arena. It's a disaster.
And so I've been there multiple times.
The atmosphere is great, but
what sense? So what does the NHL say that says, "Hey, this is why we cannot let you play here"?
It doesn't seat enough people. It's not big enough. It's just
I could definitely see.
Do you? I honestly, I'm just.
The main thing is seating.
So I'm just throwing this out there. I don't know if you know this off the top of your head.
It's not a big enough arena.
So how many is the average NHL arena?
The Coliseum seats like 13,000.
Okay.
And the next lowest is like 17,000.
All right, but now I'm just saying I don't know if this.
And
year,
then Barclays
the next lowest,
seats 15.
I want to say the minimum is around
15.
16.
What are we doing here? If say you know the Coliseum is 13,000 and Brooklyn
But the Barclays Center wasn't meant to be a hockey arena. That just happened
I know, but
spur of the moment.
The problem is then why don't they just let the Islanders for the next 2 years play at the Coliseum?
Because they're still under contract with Brooklyn.
Yeah, but here's the thing: 15,000 in Brooklyn, and say 3,000 people don't show up because they don't want to go to Brooklyn. It's horrible seating. You're around the same amount of seats as the Coliseum.
Wait, what are you getting at here?
I'm saying that there's not much of a difference seating-wise than from Brooklyn to Coliseum with what you're saying.
But the Barclays Center is a more professional arena. It has multiple floors. Not everyone's walking on one level, and you can't move. There's more bathrooms. There's more concessions. You're not waiting online for a bathroom or concessions for an astronomical amount of time.
And do the Islanders fans or any NHL fans care at all about that?
I do. Oh, I do.
So you'd rather go to Brooklyn than the Coliseum?
Oh no, I'd rather go to the Coliseum, but I can't go to the back. I gotta hold in my pee the whole game.
There's no excuse not to have the best of both worlds if you're a professional team.
Yeah, exactly.
But you don't with Brooklyn because you can't.
That's why they gotta get out of
I
there.
was gonna say some seating you can't even see the game. I hear.
But like I said, Brooklyn was never meant to. The team was going to Kansas City or something like that.
But
Brooklyn was never meant to be part of the plan.
Yeah, but Brooklyn, the arena sucks and nobody likes traveling. But I live with it because the owners at the time, it was either Brooklyn and keep us on the island in New York or leave the state. So we had to. The owners had to be like,
you
all
take
right.
what you can get.
Yeah, exactly. They had to do it. So that's why I'm like fine with it. I can care. It's not like I'm the one fan like, oh, Brooklyn's horrible. And I can't take it. It's because it was Kansas City, Quebec, Connecticut, or stay in Brooklyn.
And we're very fortunate enough that we get to at least see half the season.
So I'll
Coliseum.
take it. I'll take it.
Belmont's gonna be great.
Yeah, Belmont. It's what from my house, like 25, half an hour. Maybe 40 minutes.
I was gonna say it's not too bad, and plus you could catch the train there.
Yeah, Ringo. What do you?
Probably like 10, 15. No, maybe a little more. Maybe like 20 minutes.
Yeah, you're like 20. I'm like 25, half an hour. You're like 40. Yeah. They're
a lot better than having no choice but to take the train.
They're upgrading
or take
the
a plane
LIRR.
to Kansas City.
Yeah, so I'll take.
Well, that's a quick question.
10 times out of 10.
But what I don't know much about this subject, but like, what was the major holdback of just redoing the Coliseum the right way?
The Nassau taxpayers didn't want to get their taxes bumped to.
I know that, but still, even after the fact, they couldn't.
They proposed the Lighthouse project.
I know that.
Denied.
But I'm shocked that like nothing's been trying to get proposed again and again to get it done, to redo it. Like
because the Nassau taxpayers didn't want to, and they didn't want to approve a renovation.
And going off all this with all the paperwork going through everything for the Belmont and Brooklyn, was there something in the paperwork about having the Coliseum or the new Belmont Arena be a place for beekeepers?
Yeah, the new Belmont Arena. That sounds familiar.
I was going to say, I think our friend Justin Carbonzano, he sent us something that you can write in questions, ideas, comments, and someone was legitimately asking about if this could be a place for beekeepers and bees.
I think I remember that, but I
Is
don't
that
know
someone just
anything
like
of it.
trolling, just trying to be
I don't
funny,
know.
or is
Yeah,
that
I
like a
remember-
real-
This was,
I think I
but it was in
remember
the
that.
legitimate paperwork, so I don't
Yeah.
know.
I don't have any knowledge
I don't
of
know.
that.
People.
It's the internet.
But now, so the other question I had here.
I shot the gun.
Pew, pew, pew.
We're playing with
Yeah.
sound bites on the new.
Can you
Spreaker
hear?
app.
Can you guys hear the sound bites?
No.
or
No.
Oh,
It's
just,
all on
just
your-
me. Just
on your
hitting.
headphones. Yeah.
Just hitting. the
So before we get into the Cowboys and NFL stuff, quick question: if the Islanders moved to Kansas
I
City,
hit the ghost thing.
Would you
Made it
two
go-
How,
still
how was
be-
that for you? Was that good?
No, it was fine. The gun thing startles me.
I know what a gun sounds like. What did the ghost sound?
no,
the
the gun
ghost
sounds
was
like a
like-
ray gun.
It sounds like the gun's more like a ray gun,
Oh.
and the ghost is like spooky. If you want to listen to it
yeah, guys.
temporarily.
Get
Yeah,
ready.
yeah. Okay.
I'll play it back later.
You
Yeah.
guys get ready. Halloween. Here we go.
Halloween. I'll be just hitting this button constantly, and then we can save hot takes. Like if we say something on the
Okay.
show, we can go back to
I
the
like that.
show.
I like that. Yeah.
Yeah,
and
like
add
classic
that
Jordan
clip
yelling
of
at
Do a
me.
audio.
little Don LaGreca action.
Yeah, that clip of audio.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But
so-
speaking of audio, we didn't have intro music or outro music. We're not gonna have outro music. We can do it. We just don't know if we'll get like copyrighted.
We'll possibly. Oh, true.
We
So
we
yeah,
don't know.
maybe we'll make our own music. We'll get
I
John
wanna
to.
say if,
What are we
if
gonna
it
start?
was done through the school,
I know. I told Tom that
then
the other day,
it should
right?
be fine here.
But I guess the school has more
Oh,
power.
I don't know. We'll
than
try it, and
Tom's
then once they
basement.
say,
They
"Hey,
don't buy
take
the
that
rights to
down,"
everything. You guys, we went in, we picked a song every day, so it's
Well,
by
they-
random. So
Well,
I
they
doubt
have.
the
Oh
school
no, they
has-
have their own radio station, so they can play whatever.
Yeah.
From-
True.
So that's why they were.
All
able
right.
to
like we were
play
on their
whatever.
radio. We could get John to maybe mix us up a little something.
Or we could just sing on our own. We can
There
make
you
our
go.
own
Could.
little song. Us three.
So, but before we get into NFL stuff, if the Islanders were to move to Kansas City, would you two
I jump up a bridge.
still be fans?
I don't know. That's a tough
Yeah, it's
question.
tough because like
I was just.
You're
you're
not
just
gonna be able to
taking
see
the
him.
roster that you're a fan of and just giving it a new name. So
Yeah, it'd be
So
really
you-
tough.
I don't know. It's
But you don't
it's
get
a
to
tough.
go
se-
enjoy
I'm
the
happy
games,
that
you
I
don't-
don't have to make
I
that
think
decision.
I would be because I'm a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. They have nothing to do with
Yeah.
New York.
And then what are we gonna do? Be a Buffalo Sabres fan? A
Yeah,
Devils
no,
fan?
I can't.
I don't
Like,
know.
I like the
well,
Capitals.
well, I was
What
going
are
to
we
say
gonna
Jordan
do?
would go to Capitals.
I like
you would
the
probably be,
Capitals.
Nashville or something. You know how much you love Tennessee.
Yeah, we're a little big Tennessee,
Tennessee guy.
big Jack Daniels guy over here.
Yeah, big Carrie Underwood guy.
Loves himself some Carrie Underwood with a side of Jack Daniels Tennessee whiskey on the rocks. This guy right here.
Oh boy!
Give me a
I-
double.
The funny part
But-
is I don't even drink Jack.
Yeah,
But he does listen to Carrie Underwood on repeat.
yes,
That
he
does.
He
do.
has been converted to
24/7.
Carrie Underwoodisms.
How many
Isms.
Carrie Underwood concerts have you been to?
Yeah,
Like
because of
3
Anne-Marie.
maybe.
3.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah.
I thought you went to
She's-
2 in a matter
She's been
of a
to like
weekend.
10. I've been to like
Oh,
3.
okay. I thought you went to every single one with her.
Well, no, I've been to every single one with her since I'm with her.
And her
Oh.
is Ringo's girlfriend. Okay.
Yes.
yes.
So, but now going into NFL news, you have a couple of players who are making news for not the right reasons. Ezekiel Elliott of the Cowboys, Antonio Brown of the
Well, You can't
Raiders.
compare those two.
Yes.
No, you can't
One
compare
reason's
those
a
two,
lot
but
worse
you.
than the other, meaning Antonio Brown. But
But they're both in the news for not the right reason.
Yeah,
No,
is
Zeke
being
is
annoying.
still
Zeke's
Zeke is
being
still
annoying.
yeah.
Yeah,
Like-
you're right, but like I can't compare those two.
Well, I'm comparing them. That
Antonio
they're both
Brown's
in the
an
news
idiot.
for not the right reason.
Zeke's kind of
We're
an
not
idiot,
comparing
but,
them.
like,
They're just on the list.
Yeah,
I
they're on the
gotta-
list.
I
That's it.
can't- I
Okay,
gotta
well, let's
eat
start on the
after
list.
this.
All right,
I'm
who
gonna
do you want
eat
to start
the
with,
whole way.
Jordan?
I'm starving.
Antonio Brown, your best friend, or Ezekiel Elliott, who you legitimately love?
Yes, no, Zeke did great for me in fantasy last year, but this year
But
I'm
Zeke
probably,
is a very good player.
yeah. But the thing is, I don't think I'm going to pick him this year because he's not going to play. But we'll
It
stick
might
with
get
Zeke.
resolved. It might get resolved.
It might get, but we'll stick with Zeke. But Zeke, I just yanked the headset and almost just ripped it off my head. But
Chop.
okay, no, let it hang. Let it have some
We
sound.
need a chop
Some
noise.
sound.
Do we have a
Chop.
chop?
Do we have a
sound
chop?
bite?
No, we just have the laser gun that I just clipped together.
Okay.
But anyway, yeah, but we'll start with Zeke, I guess. So him and Mari Cooper and Dak Prescott all have contract problems right now. Zeke's is a little bit more on the radar, more on the headlines, because Zeke is the best player on the team. He is one of the best running backs in the league, if not the best. Tom,
Saquon Barkley.
yeah, I'll
clear my
pick
throat.
Saquon if I get him at number 2. I'll tell you that if Zeke's
I hope
not around.
he's gone at number 1. I don't want you to have him.
Is Blanco a Giant fan?
Yeah, he's a Giant fan, so he's
then I'll
probably gone. I
I'll
can't.
probably go Alvin and
There's
the
probably like a
Chipmunks.
good 90% chance that he's gone.
I'll
at
probably
one
go
in
Alvin
our
and the
league.
Chipmunks then.
Yeah,
I'll go Kamara.
Make Kamara great again. He was on my team last year.
Yes, he was.
Did well. Helped a victory championship.
Not as much as another guy helped your team win a championship.
I don't want
Yes.
to talk about it. I will walk out of my own basement. I will leave.
Anyway, but Ezekiel Elliott, every time it seems like every year there's a new running back with a contract, not with a running back. There's a new running back with a contract situation because running backs want more money. Le'Veon last year wound up signing for less money
with
this
the
year.
whole contract dispute with the running backs and teams, they're both understandable for the sides just because the running backs, they're saying, hey, we produce, we want more money, we don't have that much of a lifespan in the league, so we need to get the money while we can, which is understandable. But then the teams are coming at it from a point of view of, I could get somebody else who could do nearly as good as you,
Yep.
and I
Philip
don't need to
Lindsay,
pay them as much.
James Conner.
So, so in the
Yep.
terms of business, I see the team's point of view, but in terms of the players, they want to make the money while they can because they are producing.
In this situation with Zeke,
It's
where
just-
he's holding, he has
just-
2 years left on his
2
deal.
years.
That's
Like,
something you don't
why?
see all the time.
And you shouldn't see
Are you
it.
sitting out with 2 years left
Yeah.
on your deal?
Yeah.
Well, like I said it a while ago. They texted in our group. Like, what are rookies going to come out
Like
have a
Saquon
good
Barkley.
rookie year and
If
be like,
Saquon
"Oh,
Barkley-
I'm not." Yeah, like Saquon.
I
Imagine
was just
Saquon
merely-
holding out this year because he
Yeah.
wants a new deal.
Like that's what it's going to turn into with running back. I think the Zeke thing.
Because
I
at
think-
what point does like where's the line? Like if that's the case, every player, no matter what contract they have, is at risk of injury. So let's just get more money.
I know
It's
but
crazy.
Zeke, I think.
You know, let's just do 1 year deals. That's it. We'll just do 1 year deals. Every year's free agency. Extravaganza.
That would be
J.J. Watt's going to 38 different teams.
I know.
Even there's 32.
But the thing is, the Cowboys right now have the money to sign everybody. Those 3 pieces on the offense.
Jerry
Thing
Jones
is,
is held hostage
Yeah.
here.
The thing is, do you want to risk the future of losing a lot of key pieces on defense? You got 2 good linebackers. Van Der Esch had a good rookie year last year. I think Jalen Smith is the other guy.
I think
something
you're right.
like that. DeMarcus Lawrence. Did they pay him or is he still franchised?
I think he's still franchised.
Okay.
I'll
And then
look
you
quick.
have you have a corner. I think Byron Jones.
Yeah.
He's a really good corner. So you have a lot of good pieces on that defense, which is very good defense that you're going to have to pay down the line. Zeke, I think, at the end of his contract, my opinion, should get paid. Maury Cooper is a good, not great wide
I was going to
receiver.
say, this year's bigger for him.
You got to see. You got to
This
see if he
year's
can do
big.
it again.
Yeah, because he had a good rookie year with Oakland, and then was just not doing anything. He was just there.
And
in
he still
Oakland.
wasn't doing anything last year in Oakland until he was with the
until-
Cowboys.
Yep, I was just about to say that.
So
until he got traded to the
give
Cowboys.
him another year.
Yeah, he has another year to prove. Dak is a quarterback that is not going to
Oh
win.
no, he got a contract.
Oh, Marcus Lawrence got a contract?
5
Okay.
years, $105 million.
Okay.
There you go.
Dak to me is a quarterback that's not going to win you a Super Bowl.
But you can win with him.
Exactly.
So it's
Exactly.
a Trent Dilfer,
So-
Joe Flacco sort of. Even though
He's
Joe
better.
Flacco,
He's good
I know
enough.
Joe-
He's better than those guys. Yes.
Yeah.
But the problem is though, he's the $40 million a year report was false. Right?
Yes, yeah, I think
But- so he's going to want money like.
Well,
so
it's
what-
next man up, so he's just going to get more than the next guy, which has been the trend for the
Which it
last like
should
5
not be,
seasons.
but it shouldn't be because he's not better than the top 5.
But thing
Even
is,
the
if you're
top
good enough
10
to be a
quarterbacks.
franchise guy, then you're just getting that
But
money,
he's-
no matter
he's gonna be
no matter
like-
who's better or
Because
worse
you
than
don't
you.
you don't want to lose him and then have to go to Glennon or a Peterman or
But
you don't want to go
he's
there.
going to
but-
look at guys like Foles, Bortles, Flacco, and Derek Carr and be like, I'm better than these guys. I want their money.
Well, I don't know about
And-
Foles. I'll take
Foles-
Foles in the playoffs.
Foles, you don't know that. It was
You-
such a
you-
small sample
stop.
size.
Small sample size.
I don't know it. It was a big,
I can't
small
say his
sample
nickname.
size.
Well, I can if we put this under explicit. But Nick Foles, come on now. He
Why would
I
it
know
be-
what he's going to say.
I don't know what he's going to say.
I'm
B-
not- I'll say it off
BDE,
air.
BDE
Oh, yeah.
or BDN.
Yeah, we'll keep it clean.
now, but like it's
Yeah, but but now the Cowboys have to pay the consequences of other teams' mistakes. Like they have to now pay the mistake.
it's not necessarily all the team's
Yeah, it
mistakes.
is.
It's just the way the league is with quarterbacks right now. It's just next man
no,
up.
No, it's the mistakes. The Vikings
I was gonna
completely
say,
overpaid for
when's
Kirk
when's the
Cousins.
cap
It's been
gonna be?
building with every team.
The
with every
Vikings
quarterback
overpaid
over
for
the last
Kirk
5
Cousins.
years.
Someone eventually going to get $50 million a year.
Yeah,
because they're just
eventually,
going to
with
keep
the-
going up. It's going to be Tom Brady in year 50.
Yeah, but now the Cowboys have to hear it from Dak because other teams made a mistake in overpaying.
Yeah.
For
Well, what did he want? He wanted
average
30
quarterbacks.
million, and
Yeah,
then they were.
don't want to give him
and then
30 million.
Well, I think they were going to give him 30, but there was stuff in the contract that really didn't line up with what he wanted. So then now
He wants more than 30 million.